yagwe mbwenu wabo inecu wabire utekatekere kugira ngo ukore umwaka ogu wareba utakakitandikira umanyengu wacererwa kandi ucerirwe tuba murinda ukirize ngende nikusiyaho amakuru agarubaga birokwe eyori naho tari umwihangarito ya Uganda umucyaro cyawe umutawuni yawe East Africa Africa hamwe no munsiyona ntubantu gahaza naho izoba nkeri eri rwa mukaga program ya weekly news roundup ahitwantu kuredera amakuru agutwa tukuretire aha GNTV kandi makuru gitaga rwose ya buri izoba bitu oikirze mbanze nshashe nabo bona bashyirweho ebishyikirizo kuyesa biteji etandika kandi nshemerwe nabo bona base kushemerwa umusabi iteji abo kuba esabiti yebro mukaga bitano bitu none rebera kimungu wabogera biremu mazima ntari hembabazi za ruhanga reka tugumize muntu kusyaho ebirungi ebiru kusesya ebiru kunyizya kunkampaka ogenzere no kumanya abo kubanka kushobora na kugira ngo okumanya umuntu ari kutambura no kumanya nuwo muntu ari kutambura no murembe kandi uwo muntu ari kugenda nesi etamusigire ikiriza tugatandike nago busasi agasibana gatyanka nami kutu etari yemwe nemwe nangu kandi agokuriza abazire hamwe nabeji abakorwa mu ihangaritu rya Uganda aga district ya Kasese niyesigangu y'umurebi wa GNTV ahibwa asesira oyine cyo rukumanya aha byasibo mu district ya Kasese ubwo abanyambundu abekibine cha Allied Democratic Forces ningashi rukumanya nke cha ADF etwirentura mu ihangari ya Congo amahigito aga Uganda gakuzayo kandi kubaniga Rwanda sabanyambundu abo gumza bunu bacenantura mibiri ningashi amagara g'abanyakongo ubwa hati batahirire ishomero rumwe kubeterwa kweta rubirira uko mu district ya Kasese babasa kubana bita abana ahinaza kwiziraha babika abana anana mushanju norebera kimwengu abo kubakutubire ntugambaho ningashi tutabantura amakuru agaga kugenda mugatyankana amikutetari yemwe nemwe ahabeji nkaga na batano ababire bariyo mu boarding section ubwa hatware babishikira abana anana mushanju abamwe birukanjire konkana buho nabakwasirwaho huta mwe nago ngo makuru agasiba ngarza abanya-Uganda bingi twareba bakuru mu iherito rya Uganda People Defense Forces nko mukuru orukurra amahegans ningashi orukurwanira ningashi orukudumira amahegans CDF witu General Basumbadu yayirukanga hamwe n'abakuru bingi mu UPDF bazo mwanya wo kurebe tukugenda misho kwetegereza imbere ryoko twareba umukuru wihangana aragayo arukurabira mu kutugweye ogwa Twitter arukugambira ihanga kuyayohorezayo umucyara we kandi Honorable Minister of Education and Sports Janet Kataha Museveni nawe twareba naragayo kugambe bwambo bitarumwe na bumwe bitu abari aha mukutu ogwa Twitter mwareba katambi ako kugezaho kutambura munonga ubwe abanyambundu aba ADF of course tutekateka n'aba ADF we are not sure until abanyamahe bargayo kandi bakabasa kutugambira cyenyere cy'ukugendo misho kunka twareba katambi karumu abanyambundu aba UPDF bakugezaho kwesimirizana ubwo bwanyuma yo gukora ikikorweco bari kugira ngo itwe ekiturukwenda Lord has come back mbwenu ekirukumanyisa ngo mukama wamagara yagaruka konka tinkumanya mukama uba kubantu bahisa noha no wabo no wito gutukumanya ninga nondijo iwe ncerigero ko kubirebiwe umurebe wa GNTV shaheji katubanze tukoreke akatambi akakasiba ahamukutu nikatamba tambura akaba ADF nabwa
jadi merci CNPSS
opodium
Makenga CNPSS Sultani Makenga SG Opse. Merci, commandant.
Alexa Kuvimba.
Merci. Demule.
Ok.
Allez, yo mama bembe. Yo.
Mama Lizala Kuvimba.
Mama Lizala. Petit mwana sangu.
Oh, deje kaninga loro na Twitter. Mwana lenga ita.
Commandant Morali atoa mamaka na baba yake. Merci, courage, ma petit courage. Courage.
Hadi ana rangi aleka kivi.
Merci. Nyoka ver. Boro. Ay. Matata. Bimo wana leka koto sima. Leka koto. Ye moko komanda pem na biso. Oya telemeni mboka kaka ya Louebat. Merci. Eli. Courage. Courage. Jean d'Arc au podium. Merci. Courage en tout cas, courage. Ya. Courage wa vie, courage. Nzambe asunga bino en tout cas. Nzambe asunga. Na Monica Kassen PCC. Unité spéciale. Oyo so bokoti place boro anayeke bake tombe. Ya. Ye moko sur la buyana de compas. Ah là là. Courage commandant brigade na biso ya opération. Courage en tout cas. Ya. Eza ba boxe. Ezole kabaku nini. Ya.
Sawa.
Mwami akagembe pazara mulongo la ti rouge. Ya. Courage en tout cas petit nanga courage. En tout cas merci.
Inicha Allied Democratic Forces kandi ashitware bakatambya ko nkajanjara mututariye mwenemwe bari kugezaho kutera umucyako habwe kikorwa kibakozire tindi kumanya ahamyaka nkejo washanga no korebte ibikorwa nkebyo omuriwe haba hari umukina hari mubwara hanga ninga abo kuba kutwaza kureba twareba ababisire babemba batera amasasi abamwe babashara nkente abamwe babacumite biti urebera kimwe ngo ntacira umubuntu omuribo habona abana bato akuba akatambya kutabantu turebera kimwe kari akabana batakikize n'imyaka 30 bahekire embundu turi kumanya hiba kuziha konka ni kigambwa kurigera hari omudumizi ari kudumira amaheo agayihingurize orushozi orwa Rwenzori oguni Major General Dick Olumu yarugayewe kushobora ku aba kandi babatsize ku bantu bamarubwire buringwa omuri Kasese bakugezaho kwetegereza embere ryo mu kutwaza kureba mbigambo bi twarenagamba ngo bamazire ebiro nka 2 bakugezaho kuronda imihanda y'ibakubasa kurabiramo kurebuka ngo bakinantura abantu bamwe na bamwe tukugira ngo babire bagenderire abana abeji bishomereryo konka abanyambundu abo babire nibenda kukanga ihangarito rya Uganda kurigera bigambo bya Major General Dick Olumu yargaye kushobora ku iheria Uganda People Defense Forces teremerwe kwihaho harumu bwa weaknesses kandi yashabo kushasirwa ahabanya Uganda ari kugira ngo ebyo nabyo nibaho konka twareba ebigambo byo byayenda kutana nene byo mucyara wa mukuru wihanga Janet Katamu 7 kandi honor minister webyo bwegese hamwe nebye mzano kandi bona babasimbira amakanda mweno yikirize ahadakikeji ture ebigambo bya Major General Dick Olumu orukudumira amahe agahingurize orushozi orwa Rwenzori turebe ebyakutugambira nibiha ekibiroho niki ninga amahe gutwesigaga UPDF ekiretire gabasa kutahirwa kandi ekikoro cyo cyabaho niki gatubirebe.
I'm the UPDF Division Commander for Mountain Division and also the Commander for Operation Shujaa. As you may know, Operation Shujaa was begun on the 30th of November 2021, and since then we've been in parts of Eastern Congo, in the Ituri region and the Northern Kivu. In parts of the Ituri, to the west of Eringeti, the ADF was totally annihilated and they got finished. They shifted down, currently finished, but all we know is that they have shifted. And what happens is that every time we put the ADF under a huge pressure, what they do, they try to pull us back to our rear to see if we can divert our forces that are on their heels to come back and handle the situation. And what they do, they come in very small numbers, 5, 10, come and do such mayhem, kill, maim, rob, and they go back. And in so doing, they think they'll divert us. This time in this place here in Ruviriha Mponde Secondary School, they came last night at around 11 o'clock, between 11 and midnight, probably between 5 to 10 with some 3 guns. They came to this school, Mponde Ruviriha Secondary School, which is a very small school, an NGO school, funded by a Canadian NGO. with a population of 63 students, 20 boys in one dormitory, almost 27 boys in one dormitory, and around 28 girls in one dormitory. They reached to the security, held him up, and shot him in the head. As the boys tried to do commotion to check on what was happening outside, the boys went to the doors in their dormitory, which was actually locked. They tried to lock the dormitories behind them so that these guys would not come in. So what these guys did, picked some petrol in a bottle and through the window, the glass windows, and threw inside, and the petrol exploded and the mattresses caught fire. And this was a very small room with over 20 students inside, and this is boys, and it caught fire. So once it caught fire, there was no way these boys would come out. The other windows were all burglar proofed. So the smoke was so choking. So once this ADF thugs saw the other dormitory for the boys burning, they ran to the girls. And unfortunately, the girls had that confusion, but they didn't know what was happening. Unfortunately, some of them failed what to do, and these guys just they didn't know what was happening. Unfortunately, some of them failed what to do, and these guys just went and butchered them, hacking them with bangers and with pickaxes. Very unfortunate, and we lost 20 of those girls on spot. And but with the boys, the 20 died. No, the 17 of them died in that Mayfire. 3 of them jumped out and ran in that confusion. They survived with injuries, but one was not injured. Out of the 20, the security guy died. 20 girls died. And that's what happened. They burnt the dormitories for the girls. They burnt the store where there was food. The library was also burnt. And then on their way, as they went, they were running out. They also found an old woman in the neighborhood of the school. They killed a very old woman, some like 60, 70. They went ahead and grabbed a few people, like 2, 3, killed one again. They continued ahead again and killed one, which is a typical ADF signature. Because this is pressure, they are under huge pressure. And that's what they have to do, to show the world that they are still there and to show the world that they can still do havoc, which they did. But all this is because of the pressure we have unleashed on them in the Eastern Congo, specifically in the North Kivu, today in the area south of Beni and Butembo. Our forces have followed them. They have moved to those areas of River Ruviriha. By 2 o'clock today, we got a small contact with them, but now they're in a very haste. We suspect they have gone with like 6 students and maybe others that they've picked on the roads, which we have not known their number. It was also thought maybe this guy has had a recce and spent some time within the area. I mean, their school's bigger than this one. If really the ADF wanted to make a big attack, what about the schools that were near? And secondly, this was a small school. Maybe it was the most obvious target. All that is something that we're just thinking, but all we know is that ADF has caused mayhem to very young, poor kids, young girls and boys. Very unfortunate, and that's what we can say. So far as I'm concerned, we haven't arrested anybody related to this incident. But of course, a number of people have been arrested, but suspects, and police is doing so. We have not connected or related the arrests to this current ADF operation, but information and intelligence will come and give us eventually who they are, whether they are part of this or not. But that's one person, but we shall get to know.
And what is your message to the public? What do they expect?
The public, the message is they must be very vigilant. You see, security begins by you yourself. And I want to assure Ugandans that the UPDF may not be everywhere. Even here within Kasese and Pondo, we cannot really deploy anywhere. The nearest deployment to this place of UPDF was almost 3 kilometers away. The other farthest was 7 kilometers away from this Pondwe Rubiria. Now, security is all about who you see in a place and you don't understand who she or he is. If you don't report such a person, then such happens. So I think security begins with each and every individual in this life. Time that the ADF is crossing into Uganda to do that. You remember what happened in Kichwamba. You remember what happened in Toroko. In Toroko, it was interesting. They caught us. They came in the proper time where it was time that the army is always ready. But this one was in a place that we didn't expect, near Mpondwe, very near Mpondwe, and nobody would suspect this. But it's the borders. The borders are so porous. These guys can cross anyway.
Ya Major General Dick Orumukan Hona Orkudumira Amahe Agarioku Ningashi Agarukore Mirimo Yago mu bicoke bihingurize orushozi rwa Rwenzori ebwambe byanagezaho kutugambira nibyo kugira ngo ikintu nikija bwijabo kuba ejuke ngwihe ya Uganda People Defense Forces rutwire operation ningashi ekikwekweto na iheri ya Kongo barukurwana sabanyambunda ababire kandi bakambiciro mu ihangere ya Kongo ekikwekweto ekirukumanywa kandi abindi mwe nabo kutureba GNTV n'umucumanyage mbere mwakurireho ekikumanya ke cha operation Sujja. So aba ninjira babire nibageza gukora revenge aha kugira ngo iheri ya UPDF kandi kabasa kuba ry'abatahirira ryabasa kubandi bataranzya kuyikurwa umibira bya Kongo mweri yashara muri yagira ngo reka tu revenge kurigero ku bantu bareba abanyambundu ba ADF ubundi bakugezaho kwemurikira kutere kitagururwa nyuma yo gukora ekikorwa nkecho norebera kimungu ako buntu tukabarumu konkana operation Sujja ekambikire munonga omwihangeri ya Kongo haza yanagirira ihangeri ya Uganda wejuke ngo njo kike kutera muranwa nonukirwo ruvure mbwenu tubire turwana n'aba Kongo konka tuwebwa ngo Uganda ne yatana na Kongo eshayona akatera Kongo nikatarachira Uganda twatandika kubireba nuko twareba abakurukurwo mu UPDF batari bamwe na bamwe bargaye kumuriza abanya Uganda ngo bahumure obusinge mu Uganda bukirumu ngo bakora no buceka ihembe ubukose hatu batandikira kucyondozana n'iheri ya Kongo kugira ngo bamanye abanyambundu abo kubahereze gukora ikikorwa cyo bahaguha bakabasa kubakuratira nabo bakabasa kureba ekiba babonereza aho kuba no kimanya ngengu akiba kihuro mugongo gwako mwenu na nabo abanyambundu eshayona kuba kweza kwatwa bija korongo kutwareba mukuru wihanga His Excellency Kaguta Museveni na tuhamiza arukurabira amukutwe ogwa Twitter bitabiyona bikiryaho we or minister we byobwegese hamwe n'ebyemzano kandi omucyara wa mukuru wihanga utkumanya nka first lady Janet Kataha Museveni ebyintu byo bwambe byabasa kuba nargayo akagambira abakuru abishomereryo ejuka mwishomereryo libire lya musinje gw'abanyakanada ningashi ekigombe kitari cya government cyagire kikatera abantu ababurijo ishomereryo kugira ngo buntu bakabasa kutunga obuhereza bo kushoma kurga hihi twareba yargayo igambe bwambo byo kumuriza aha abanya-Uganda abazire hamwe nabeji abashigwaho buhuta abatabasize kandi ku bantu bafa ningasha abatabasize ku bantu bakinanturwa abanyambundu abo omucyara wa mukuru w'ihangogu yargaye kutoreka ngu bakiri aha aim eyo kuma usinge omwihangeri ya Uganda ninga bakigenderiro kuma usinge omwihangeri ya Uganda ngune kintu kikushazana washange kintu keke nikiba omwihangeri ya Uganda kandi manzi ntonkezi nzubaso kubanzigendera omu kintu nkeki nuko kurgaye kushaba abakuru mu UPDF ngo base kugira cyamane cyo bakoraho kureba mu Uganda yaguma no businge bwayo ngo NRM yagabwe etandikire nanishaba mwikirize tuhure bwambo byo mucyara wa mukuru wihanga kandi minister of education hamwe na sports.
This school is a private school. Apparently it was built by an NGO led by somebody called Peter Hunter. So recently, apparently, his group sent in some auditors to this school. The auditors spent some 2 days at that school, auditing the books of the school, and they finished on Thursday and left the school on Thursday, and the children were killed on Friday. That's not to say that we relate these auditors being there, but those are the facts we have. There is also another point that came up, that this school has been there has been groups in Kasese who wanted to take it over, but because the school was built by an NGO, there has been that conflict between those groups that wanted to take over the school and the NGO which actually built the school. So there was that background also. Those are facts that are not yet very clear, but that's the information that is coming in and that we have received so far.
Bya First Lady Ningashi umucyara mukuru w'ihanga kandi Honorable Minister of Education and Sports Janet Kataha Museveni ariko hamiza ningaruka kugumya abazire abakubasa kuba bakwatwaho ahakintu eki habo kuba wabo ino mwana wawe kandi umutira mu ishomero ubwiro bwa hati umutira mu sente zawe haza kaza kuruka hurira ngo yafero muryoru nikikukwataho konka yabahumuriza yagira ati ejenente bekanisa yaranga ngwenu ntubigenderamo konka norebe kigambo cyo mukuru aho kuba hasasire kukikwataho kirumura bwenu reka tugende n'ubugambo by'umucyara wa mukuru w'ihanga ngo kutukurumwe ko kutumwesiga reka tuhumure konka iki nishaba abakubantu batureba kandi ho nabari ombyo bushoborozi ibya Uganda kugira ngo wabo ineka yawe ushimeguma no gikuringirira kurebuka ngo utiyatahirwa konka cyo no gobusasi of course na turukutandika hana abagambira nti ihanga nkihanga ukuno kucuramerwa ahabo kurwaho ensinganto kezi tokamanya icyabantu cyubasa kubanikirgayo okwe konka ahamkutu etari yemwe nemwe twareba abantu nibagezaho kubushukanisa amakuru aga bari kugezaho kugira ngo onashi omusinga wo kama bwarwe rwenzu roba murekwire nubwe kandi twareba ibintu bibaho ngo nabaso kubabirye nyuma abandi batandika kwehakanisa konka nyenda kubagambira ngo nko kutubagira ngo program age nayo kubaneba manyise kubane bibaho reka tutambure no kumanya iwotakagambe cyo takumanya ahabo kube bintu ebi tibyo gurukaho kagambireriyo gambe kintu cyo rukumanya twareba ebishane bitari umwe na bimwe aha mu kutogwa YouTube mukugezaho kubashensha ninga bitakurikizwa kugira ngo birebwe buri muntu amakuru nkaga gukubagarumu abanyambundu UPDF ninga ihe ni rubandi yenda kugenda mpora kugira ngo ubundi rukahika aha mutima gwe kintu eco kuba kibiro bwenu abanyayuganda bari yo kwa heru ubundi numbaso kutambuza amakuru ubundi agwahurura konka gota rishwa agota nywerize agota rukakasaje nyenda kuhamiza kugira ngo waza kugira ngo ogambe abintu kebi banzofune proof noza kugiye mbebembezi abembezi bawe oba na cyaro oba na district oba umbyanga byawo byona hori ninga ahabakuru kurgomu iherite ya UPDF kandi hamwe na police abo kuba nico bateriroho abagambiriza mwenu ababo kugezaho kubushukanisa amakuru agona nimbashaba mwedeko ahabo kubesha yona nubabaso kuba barara bakaraza reka turebe bugambo byabamwe ombatura na bamwe ombazire turebe bo nkabo bwanyuma yeki nubugambo cyo bakubasa kubana bagamba aha mukutu nko gwa GNTV eshaheji kubasa kugaruzamu abantu amani ningashi kubasa koreka okukwataho kwabo katubirebe
ebe chete chevesa kutebe amalangira banane shambundu banane shesururu na mpanga narama samatu bara tibono buju atangazwe nigetikipa tripe atine bantu balana bepanga narama na chinabu wati ebana mukongo tukulyambo muchongola naraba matandekerela sanga masasi okwa madiri sono ko lui byangu twabadde tuli awasawanganya niturire ebibwatuka kusomero wano iranga bwe murira ngabaryokeza so nze tfeche twakoze twebase bwebasi wansi
niturinda burinzi twebase bwasi wansi nga tutuyina cyakora kati katonda tuyambye buyambi nitubanga tucyari baramu twebaza katonda kubanga tucyari baramu nenga barabona abasinga babatemye bana b'amasomero babatemye kati kitusaba bana aba security muyambe mugezeko kunonyereza ibintu sibyangu kubanga abantu bote bajya sobora kwerwanako so cyecho okutya kote kusobora kubura utete kusobora kubura kubanga twasuzera kubunkenge utete kusobora kubura so kitwara ikituyambi wakuba polisi egideho mu bwangu ne tuyamba nengago amasasi gasuze gavuga titwaye base nenga abana bo kusomero abamu kare bamu amasasi bwatanise kuvuga abamu ngabakaba yakemanya abamunduza uburamu bwabo tibwasigade cyekimwe
twakubasa kuba twabaretera kuiha kurga hari abo bona batura abakubasa kuba behurire kintu ekibireho izoba rukushesha buriye izoba ingashekiro cya busheshe izoba shaha itano kikorwa iki kibireho umukiro ninyenda kugambira abo bona bari kutureba na munongo mu biciwe kanke bya kasese kugira ngo ekikuru hato no kwegendesereza twaheze kucyumanya ngo twatahirwa hatubwiye muwena no kwegendesereza tukareba ngo waguma no nkurikiza mu ndo kuryaro baju eke kuryaro baju mureke tureke kwefa aho abantu kwihaho tufenara bagenzi bitu abo kuba hatu wayefa nko muntu tokamanya nanakugambe na kugira ngo rutire murano hano rubaso kutarakira ngo nurebe kangu twena umuntu wotacenga wabasa kubanura kukakwenda kumucenga ninga shikore otamu wareba waburabaramu irukango zo mbebiragiro ninga shi abo businge abakungu b'ubusinge babase kuyambaho umuntekatekeji bitu awikirizago tubengo twagusiyaho kurga umukicweke cya kashese no bwarabe gatari marungi konkrito nka GNTV ntongera kugira ngo umuhumure obusinge bukiriho hatari yoru buri umwe no kurebuka ngo yashabo wahiguru ahabwo kuba embundu bikirebuka yabetine Yesu etine ruhanga abanyambundu nabone barara bahungira turara twafera umuryorwe ikiriza tuyengere n'amakuru agandi agutwinire agabiro hesabite yitwatera amabega hesabite yitutira amabega ningashi yitwagezeho gutera amabega ningashi turumuntu tutera 10 ya Nyakazoba turebere aba boda boda bakurugayo kuteke mukono ahamutwe nubara agatakoma bwanyuma ya ministry ya local government kurugayo kandi kagira ngo buri stage ya boda boda umuhangarito ya Uganda nije kubanesa sura akasente karukike mutwaro 50 ko ka operation kugira ngo yaza gukora habe hari mutwaro 50 aba barigiriye kandi no kugira ngo ni government yatandika kutunyunyuta cyarenga ngo abo kuba hata amajuta gakayongera hati nibenda tugaruke kandi tuze gushashura sente so aba boda boda barigire ubwambe butari umwe na bumwe ngo ahandi kikafuhera umurembo rwambarira kutugerezaho kwika abantu batari bamwe na bamwe urwo mbiciye kabitari umwe na bumwe bagezeho kutushobora ibigambo byabo nibyo nkebe katujye baretere
Wanyuma y'umurimo gwa boda boda kuhinduka gumwamirimo y'abanyayuganda bakizere yo gukora kandi hona bakiyamwa akasente nangwa no kwebisaho nangwa no kubasa kutungura intasiya yabo maka ubwa hata bavugi ba boda boda umurembo rwambara hona bargaye no kugandira umunyamakuru witu ebizibe barombara bamu bwanyuma yo kuraha amakuru garukujanjaraga kugira ngo kanso yambara eshabire buri stage mitwaro 50 yo kubasa kugikereza kokoro umurembo ningashe cyo kubasa kweta approval kandi hona ekirigire bago matu kandi nangwa hona kikabaretera okwerarikera ombavugi ba boda boda futabasagamba ho nabo bargaye no kubasa kushaba abona byo rukwataho kubasa kurgaye bakabagambirira kandi nangwa hona bakashomesa abantu abona bari kuvuga boda boda izo sente ekiba kuzendera nangwa n'umurimo gwazo
ubwite bwa boda boda twinomuzi
aruha kanso aruba amafi arumba creating account kao baketa approval stage ati ngo stage mbere mtwaro 55 eje mtwaro 55 ngumwa mtajine mtaapprove the stage ngumba mtine stage ati to gabo da bore to kusomesa eje mtwaro 55 leyeje ata barze barahomba chairman street babeta mkoramporo komu kumbite byatu mweni mwe tudangi nk'abanyamahuri mutiyambe mutuburuze sente mtwaro 55 ku stage mune approve stage nezaje agwa ko kubarameje mtwaro 55 mu muri mbara tino mu stage inkumi kubaruno ezo nore muri billion ze sente ezo mbenda kutsiba mwenu twahidi utare birimwe abanyamahuru batiyambe aba GMTV gene mutiyambe mutuburuze je mtwaro 55 mu kanso approve stage nezaje
kandi hona wargera ryecho bargeho hona no kushobora rebuzo bunyamwinji ebasingereyo uteganisibwa nangwa no kutunga umurimbara
so wenye no kushasha wamani ebintu bitembere onka entasa tunyinji nk'abashubuzi business ya boda abantu tubatwara siringi 10 okuzo mutawuri kubenda 10 kandi ntugura amajuta y'iguru entasa ninche nishohoza twine mpango na n'ibintu bitembere munongo etse nkanyomwazo yenyina kadara kanje ndikakora abatawuni kansobara bamu bakatwara ndikweyiya abenta sanche ndikwenda nguteka akadara kanje ka chapati na ka boda kugira ngo boda nafuna musinjira 10 aha mudara gwanje gwa chapati nagwe ngafuna mu 10 umwana wanje atanchire ukora ki atanchiriho kushoma na kasi fizi nkabona muntu kunjire kugira nti abakanso batwara ibintu byanje barabiremo babitwara kandi boda te kumara mwene hati nyegurize umutima gwanje nangwa mbandize naye cyawo umutima gwanje nangwa takaye cyawo ruhanga nakumanya ubundi tokamanya baza kugirira mbabazi kumpikireyo ukuza kubibuza bangira ati ebintu tubitwire ngo nimukorera naka nimukorera street twayibuza ati kamukuzi nyonka kituramu ahabwo peyi obundi akishomeri kandi obutashoma bwanje no bimanya abantu bona tubakayetegereza tubakashoma obutashoma bwanje tubukanzibira kweyiya ninye yakonka Uganda abantu bari no batukiza amana batawundi kanso abashabuzi n'ibinji embera nimbi mutuyambe mutugirire mbabazi abatawundi kanso barabamo nibatucyankaranya titwine cyukora nako gukora twakabwina kadara bakatera mutubende bakatware ngo nibende mitwari kuno kuza kwiye kimeza hati tushubirwe titwine cyukora oba nimutera uburyo ki kugira ngo mwatuyamba
nivugira taxi park ebizubu
y'urugwe mutwaro 50 buri stage kugira ngo batako atandikira cooperating ninga batakatandikira stage bagume babanze bashashure sente zo kwingana mutwaro 50 buri stage yona na mnunga murembo rwambara ibyo bikiryaho sabiteji turebere okushomwa kwembarira yihanga mu mwaka 2024 aha chai kororo twareba ibintu bimwe bukongerwa amakasente bimwe bikucendera amakasente kunka mukuru wihanga ryo yahamiza abanya-Uganda ngo bahame akasente akatirwa mu mbarira nakija kozesebwa kurungi kitare cyo kugira ngo nkembarire zindo kuzibene ziba baza kwikagati ngo supplementary budget katurebe ugamuriya mukuru wihanga.
And as the minister told you a little while ago, our economy will be US dollars 55.2 billion by the end of the coming financial year. This will mean that our economy will have grown by 37 times. It has increased 37 times in size compared to Uganda's economy of 1986. Therefore, we have done a good job on the 3 tasks. These tasks should be clear to all of you who get involved in running public affairs. Otherwise, you will make a lot of mistakes. The 3 tasks are what we called minimum economic recovery. That is what we set out to do in 1987. Minimum economic recovery, number 1. 2, expansion of the sectors that had recovered. Those sectors which had recovered, to expand them. And 3, diversification from the original narrow spectrum of the colonial times of the 3 C's and 3 T's. You remember I have told you many times about that economy of the colonial times of the 3 C's and the 3 T's. The 3 C's being cotton, coffee, and copper, and the T's being tobacco, tourism, and tea. So therefore, number 1, we restored that small economy which had been destroyed. That is what we called the minimum recovery. Secondly, we expanded that small economy. That's why, for instance, you hear that coffee, which was 2 million bags, is now 9 million bags. Tea, which was 23 million kilograms in 1986, is now 60 million kilograms. So, number 1, recovery. Number 2, expansion. Number 3, diversification from the original narrow economy of the 3 C's and 3 T's to many more commercialized products, such as what? Fish. Fish was dying of old age in Lake Victoria here. But now we have something like, at one time we had gone to 22 factories, but now I think we have like 12 factories of fish. Maize was just for roasting on the roadside. People didn't know that maize was money. But now maize, in fact, they used to make a distinction between what they call cash crop and food crop. And food crop was supposed not to be cash crop. So maize was cash crop, was food crop, not cash crop. It is now both. Bananas, milk, that's how my tribe had been left out of the money economy by the colonial people. Milk was just for drinking.
Ikarga kandi yabasha kubaneshomwa ahacayi cya Kororo Independence Stadium. Kandi bari reji egenderire okureba okuyakwasa kwiha omuntu omuboro batukareba Minister w'ebyo sente Mathias Kasaija akurugara kugira ngo embari reji hateyerekerire aha kweyongera ingo kukanya kwemirimo ningo kutunguka ko Uganda. Ebyo byana bikiriyaho amakuru gatari gamwe na gamwe gagenze ngabaho umuyangarite ri ya Uganda kunka hato ikirize kuretere amakuru agabiro kurga waheri yihanga turebere ba presidents batari bamwe na bamwe kurwo mu mahanga gari yo mu kizinge cya Africa bakurgaye kuzo mu ihangeri ya Ukraine kuganiraho n'abakuru kurwo mu ihangeri ya Russia hamwe na Ukraine kuro kuba kubasagarizaho obusingi hagati y'amahangaga oyikirize nkugambire ngo orutaro rwa hagati ya Russia hamwe na Ukraine rwamara mwaka gumwe n'emyezi mushanju orutaro rukandi tekatekwa kugira ngo ruje kumara akireka cye munonga bitu rwagumuzamu rwakwata hitashembe kukwatwa nuko kureba president batarbamwe na bamwe baragaye kugira ngo bazo mu kibuga cya Kyiv ikinebwe n'ekibuga kikurikiye hangeri ya Ukraine rizoba babasa kubantu baganiraho na mukuru w'ihangeri ya Russia Vladimir Putin kureba ko bakubasagariza obusinge mu ihangeri bitakagire hari konka tutaraze kusiya hebyo byona obitegereze umusabite itaza kutandika ahakobesha tumnyantu witu oyikirize ngumanyise mu program y'abere weekly news roundup nebereho burwa mukaga shayibiri kandi kuzashaha ishatu no muhereza wawe Innocent nwamanya itungo nye kubani kusiyaho amakora go kubagabiraho esabite itkuba tugezaho kutera 10 mwe nyabura utakagumuka jibura program y'Inyamurungi utambure no kumanya umanye buri kimwe cyone kikuba kibire omwihangari ya Uganda aho tari naho kubori bitu echo rukubano nakumanya cyona nshikuretera hano ya GNTV on program Edge program y'ukurataho neya evening special iwe chikuruguma GNTV kumanyise ngwizo iri anjakare nizo ori ya Sunday no basa kuija oyetabu kushaba nani to hano ya King of Kings services nina ya shaha ibrune choka kuzina ne chweka inane chweka kuza mushanzu ne chweka kuza mwena ne chweka prayer extra na bwanyuma youth ablaze nije taha mukandi ebaniyo yamara izoba mweno muryezo jeramemwe ojo base kusima wahiguru wakubasa kuba yakumarusa esabitejo ikirize nkusiburire hano erizoba byabiye biri 10 y'ukwezi kwa mukaga umwaka wa 2023 kankwendeze sande nungi nkwendeze cyo kirungi nkugira ngo mukamarinde orare no busingi